So you might notice that a lot of us are sweaty. Also, Forrest and Brandon they got a different background.
We are at a table.
For those of you listening, they've got a green screen behind them, and that's because we spent all day recording Mini Minds.
Yes, let's plug Mini Minds for a bit. Mini Minds, our new channel coming late September or early August.
There is a link in the description below if you want to find it.
Yeah, if you want to subscribe, go follow the link. Christian, post the link.
I don't think I'm even subbed yet.
Yeah, so please follow that channel. We're going to be posting a lot of fun content.
Forrest and I just did Da Bomb, which is one of the hottest hot sauces out there. It was awful. I had the tiniest amount and it fucking destroyed me.
And it was a punishment.
Yes.
Because they lost one of the games. We're not going to reveal it now.
Yeah.
I want it kind of to be a secret because the games are really fun. But yes, Mini Minds, please go check it out, please. And we're probably going to have a Patreon.
Yeah.
I honestly can't wait till when we record Mini Minds like in October when it's like nice and cool in the room.
I know. We recorded in a sauna.
It was
like 80. What
really fucking hot.
What is that in American talk? Like 80.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. It was like 40 degrees Celsius.
It was so hot.
Which now you got to times by 1.8 and add 32. I want it. Okay, so New Zealand, right? Who knows much about them? Not me.
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, that's true. Peter Jackson.
Kinda,
don't look like you're trying to steal my topic.
They're mostly, yeah.
So New Zealand. You know a food bank, right?
Oh, yes.
They give food to the less fortunate.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, let me just say, for some people who would have went there, it was fortunate.
Really?
Well, only for people who love meth. Because somehow this food bank gave out meth-laced candy.
I didn't know they gave candy. I guess that makes sense.
Well, it's whatever. Like, because people donate to the food bank. So whoever donated that fucking meth.
It's crazy.
They would have donated. Yeah, that's
like, how did the craziest thing is they probably found it after somebody took it. Hopefully it wasn't a child, but that's fucked.
Somebody must have had the candy, and then they had to go back to the food bank and say what happened. It was probably a child, right? Like,
I think it would have killed the child, honestly, if there was a child. It probably was a grown person.
Yeah, like, do we know what kind of candy it was? Like, maybe.
Well, I don't know. It was it M&Ms? Meth laced. Now that had to be an accident because honestly, this is what they fucking warn you about at Halloween. Yeah. They're like, watch out. There's razor blades in the apples or whatever in the candy, and there's poison in the candy. But honestly, you always hear like, oh, there's drugs, but nobody would ever do that because drugs are ridiculously expensive. So
I was gonna say like this is not gonna be a joke because that's probably expensive on the street.
Although I swear to God, one person did that on our street in a city, or not where mom lived in the city.
Really?
There's a place like
just
down
did this,
whatever, and they got in trouble for something. I don't know if it was that, but it was something related to that.
That. That's what we're gonna call drugs. That. It was that. No, but that's fucking insane. I couldn't holy fuck. I wonder how much money that was in meth.
I mean, I understand why during Halloween parents are like, oh, well, check your candy. You know, you are getting stuff from strangers in the end.
I imagine injecting something. That would be what would happen. They have a little syringe because then they could make a tiny hole in the side. Yeah. Like razor blades. How like
that's just evil.
But you're never gonna be able to hide that.
Yeah, like who did that? Because that had to start. Somebody did it at some point.
Someone did it like I think in like the 50s or like a long time ago, and it was like one person,
like
and
a
that
psycho
story spread everywhere.
Like the only way that you could have done it, like, and it made sense, is if you made your own chocolate bar and stuck it in there, because like you're gonna like rip the wrapper and dig this fucking like into an apple, like you're gonna tell that there's been fucking
how awful
because like they're long, then they're not that skinny. You know what I mean? Like you would see like the puncture mark in the apple, and if I see anything wrong with an apple, and if somebody actually gives me an apple for Halloween, I'm throwing it out.
No, yeah, when the kids, there's this lady down the street that gives apples, and she like her whole Halloween setup is so like retro and whatever, and there's apples and like whatever, and I'm like, it's cool and it's nice, but I'm like, I know it's from just like this sweet old lady.
Wait, is it candy apples?
No,
just he's making candy apples.
I'm just like, no.
Halloween's supposed to be for treats. It's not supposed to be for healthy stuff. Okay. Make any sense?
There used to be UNICEF.
Yeah.
Remember where you had the little thing around your neck and you used to ask for little donations to UNICEF? But there was some people who just gave out pennies. Remember that?
That's usually what I got. I felt like it was just
not just for UNICEF, but like they used to throw pennies in your bag.
I don't know if I ever got that.
Okay, so I wanted to talk about a weird term. Okay. Like in Halloween. Stop looking at my topics, you son of a bitch. You can't be spoiled. They're on the screen and he keeps looking. Yeah. Because when there was two things you could say at Halloween, right? You could say trick or treat, or there's the old Halloween apples. That was something they used to say like in the 50s. Halloween because they were fucking lame.
Halloween apples?
Yeah, because you used to get apples. apples.
Oh, weird.
So you used to go Halloween apples. My dad used to make us say it, like say trick or treat. And you know what? When I was a teenager, the tricks did happen.
I never heard of Halloween apples.
Oh, yeah.
It's strange to me.
When I got, well, actually, I only did 1 year where I actually did shit, but I didn't do a lot of
I got into some mischief. I'll tell you that. Some mischief.
Did you take their candy and then treat them? Wait, I said that backwards. Trick them?
I didn't treat them, you son of a bitch. What are you saying I did? Did you take their candy and then treat them?
I meant trick them like a bastard.
Oh my God, like a bastard.
Yeah. You said you threw eggs at their windows or something.
I didn't say that. I just said eggs were involved.
You know, it's funny that you're talking about Halloween stuff because it is, when's this pod coming out? It won't be the Monday coming out.
It's not approaching.
September 9th?
See,
no, that's too late.
You're going to talk about Halloween and like spring and people hate it. People want summer, man.
Summer's going to be over though.
But summer, it's the best. Like the winter sucks so bad because I drive a lot.
Oh yeah, I know.
And on the highways and it's snowy, it fucking sucks. That's why I love summer. Easy driving, baby. Easy.
At least kind of bust out the power shelf.
I have this weird thing now when it comes, like I almost have this fear of Christmas and like that time of year now because the last 2 Christmases have been fucking horrible. Just because last year all that shit happened or whatever, and the year before was all the actual like crazy shit happening too. So I'm like, fuck, that time of year is just like bad now.
No.
So it's like when it starts to get cold, I sense that feeling.
Yeah,
like, oh,
but think about how many good Christmases.
Well, that's what I'm like. You know, I'm not gonna be a bitch about it. I'm just gonna be like, all right, I'm just gonna change it. That thing happened then. I'm just gonna erase that, and I'm gonna make good memories.
Just have a good time with your kids, man. That's all it is. Like you can still create magic for them. You can see how happy they are. That's a beautiful moment. Don't let people steal Christmas from you. Oh. It's a great holiday. It's about giving, and it's about family, and it's about taking, and it's about presents.
Exactly.
So I just want weird terms, right? We're talking about Halloween apples. Yeah. Have you ever heard somebody call the microwave a nuker?
Yep, I've heard that.
Actually, yes.
Isn't that weird?
Not a nuker, but like, hey, nuke it. Nuke it for 5 minutes.
We're gonna nuke your food, but they would call it a nuker.
Yeah, I've heard that.
It's not exactly what happens. You know?
I've got a fucking nuclear bomb in my house.
I think Dad says that quite a bit.
Dad does say it. Yeah.
Right. My grandpa said it a lot. Oh, and the nuker. It's like
I just
fucking
say
nuclear waves.
It's an easier way to say it, I guess. But like a microwave has way more
just
syllables
a cool way
than
to say it. Like,
no, you can say I'm gonna mic it.
Okay, but
you can say mic.
You could, nuke it. I wonder where that came. I guess because like people still don't understand the technology behind it.
Yeah, it was back then when they didn't know shit.
Back when the Cold War was a thing, right?
They heard waves.
Actually, that makes a lot of sense. It was definitely the fear of nuclear bombs and Cold War. That's probably why they say nuke.
I literally just say warm it up.
Warm it up. Warm that up.
That's a weird one.
Shake it up.
Just kidding. No, yeah. Well, it depends. Like, if warm it up, I would refer to something like 20 seconds. Like that's just making something warm. But like I will microwave something if it's like 2 minutes. That's when you microwave. It's 2 minutes.
So if you have like food, like say you're making like,
well, I hope so. What are you putting in the microwave?
Well, if it's like say leftovers,
okay,
how long are you putting it in the microwave for?
It depends. What is it?
So if it's like mashed potatoes with like whatever, maybe it's
okay. So now we're gonna get into how microwaves. So if there's meat on the plate, that will heat up faster.
Yeah.
Because it's all about water molecules in the food. It makes them bang around, vibrate. So if there is a full plate of like food for Thanksgiving, well, your guys' microwave sucks. I will say that.
Yeah.
But like a good microwave, like my mom's, 2 minutes. 2 minutes, perfect time for a full plate of whole, like maybe a Thanksgiving dinner leftovers. Like you got your turkey or your ham and you got your fucking potatoes and then you got something else.
I feel like it has to do with the size of the plate too, though. A bigger plate warming up, say 2 pizza pops, does shit all. You put them on a smaller plate.
I don't know if that's how
it actually is faster. I've tested this out. Like you literally put 2 pizza pops on like a bigger plate and it's like they're still not frozen, but
maybe some of
cold.
The microwaves get used up by the plate in some way, absorbed, and it's not less focused.
I swear this must be a thing because I
don't know. Look it up.
It's possible
it would be interesting.
also that
I've never tested it.
A large plate in our microwave might not spin the plate.
That's true.
The bottom things. If it's not spinning, it's not cooking because the microwaves only stay in a strict pattern, and that's why you need a rotating plate.
It rotates because that's how it cooks evenly.
Yeah, we need to get a new microwave.
For sure.
Your guys' microwave fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Like you have to cook a pizza pop for like 3.5 minutes to 4 minutes. That's insane.
I miss the old microwave we used to have.
I don't like
the big
sloppy pizza
steel
pops anymore. I need them in an oven. I need them crispy.
Oh, yeah, but see, that's because you ruined it.
The sloppy microwave pizza pop.
Because now you ruined it because now you made yourself fucking fancy hoity-toity.
Something better. Yeah.
Because like air fryer pizza pops are good too.
They are good. They become very dry. You just
got to find the perfect time.
You know what I've been doing actually? I've been microwaving them for 1 minute and then throwing them in the air fryer because I want to get it soft and then poke some holes in it and do the rest.
Damn, this guy's got a science
down
with pizza pops.
It's pretty great.
Damn, I like that.
Yes.
He's putting in a lot of effort for these pizza pops. But okay, getting into the next topic. Okay, so now for those of you who don't know, Big Budge made it back on the dating sites. He made it back. Woo!
Oh.
Don't tell Tinder or Bumble about it. No, Bumble's okay. Don't tell Tinder about it. They fucking blocked me one time. They abandoned me, those fucks. They'll do it again. But okay, so I thought this was funny because you scroll and you see profiles, right? Now, I don't know if this girl meant it like in a casual way, but it just sounded like she had an issue. Like in her profile, she wrote, "Oh, I love alcohol." I was like, "Love alcohol?" That's weird.
Oh, I'd love it?
No, I love alcohol.
Okay.
Now that just sounds like you have a big fucking issue.
It sounds like I'm an alcoholic.
Exactly. Like if you wrote like, "Oh, I love like testing new alcohols" or something like that. Like that makes sense because now you're a connoisseur.
Do it like a job resume.
But I love
that's
alcohol.
an interest. I mean, at least she's honest. What does that mean though? Like first date, hey, let's get some beers.
Let's get some fucking booze up in here.
Yeah.
Honestly, that'd be a fucking awesome date though.
But what I
don't know.
That could mean like every day is alcohol. You know what I mean? Like what is her limit?
She loves alcohol.
Like if they're an alcoholic, then no. But
well,
like,
yeah, she loves like so that's what it means. Maybe she didn't mean it like that. But I love alcohol. It's fucking insane. Yeah. But no, I would not want to crack beers open on a first date with a girl.
No,
that sounds too like she's fucking me at the end of the night. Like a girl fucking cracks open like a regular Budweiser. Disgusting.
Yeah.
Like
I guess
not her, but like the beer is I don't like Bud Heavies. That's kind of what they call it. Budweiser. You know, like the regular Bud, not Bud Light. Like if she cracks open a fucking Budweiser.
You know what? That's what I had the other night. It was a Bud Light, and it's literally fucking water.
Yeah.
There's like nothing to it.
You should try Michelob Ultra. It's basically Bud Light, but like 90 calories.
Yeah.
Holy, just
what about the other story that you told us the other day? I don't know if you told us in the other episode of the pod where maybe you did. Maybe that's where I heard it. Where you were like, I don't know if you did. Anyways, the woman was like, you'll hear the sound of my laugh.
Let's talk about this because I think your audio wasn't being captured for. You were whispering, and the whispering went under the noise gate.
I was whispering.
Yeah,
what
so we
were
we were trying to reenact it, and I couldn't hear that shit.
Okay. Yeah. So let's talk about that.
So yeah, that's a little touch on it
because another Tinder stories are getting wild. But yeah, so I'm scrolling through Tinder, and there's a girl, and you know she has her normal profile, like I like, and it was weird too because like I think she was like had like I love stuffed animals in there, and it's like I love fucking anime and Hello Kitty, and then all of a sudden it's just like you'll hear my laugh before you see me, and I'm like, oh,
that's
fuck.
what it was.
I just imagine I'm like wandering in a dark room. I'm like
it could mean like something, something nice, but very easily it could mean
in
like
a back alley walking.
You'll
to the
hear
restaurant.
in a back alley. You just hear somebody.
Yeah, I have to take the back alley to a
Joker
date.
laugh.
I'm just,
Yeah.
Fuck, she's a murderer.
Yeah,
that's what murderers say.
A little spooky.
So like in terms of like dating apps and stuff, like because do you have to be clever and shit in like your bio and like how you write stuff?
Well, you have to catch their eye for sure. You have to be you have to like give them something that they're looking for, like writing their bio like, oh, I love pussy. Just kidding. Just like write like I fuck it. Just getting worse. No, but like write like, what you like, and because you want to find something with similar interest to you. Yeah. So just like make sure you write what you like to do. You're a nice person, like you're looking for love. You don't want to fucking fuck around and do that. You just like you're looking for the one, pretty much.
Yeah, it's like who are you trying to get, right? It's like the woman that said I love alcohol is probably not as sophisticated as like
it's just
somebody else that puts more effort into the profile.
A lot of the conversations are just like, hey, and you talk a little bit, and then
I'll be a little bit more fucking sexy with it.
But then they just kind of go nowhere, and it's just like I'm talking to somebody right now actually, where it's like kind of going somewhere, just nice, fine.
It's like, oh yeah, no,
but it's like most people.
I know, but like don't start off with just hey.
Well, no, usually they'll say hey. I just won't like I also have people I match with.
Yeah, but like start off with something like juicy.
That's actually what I did with this person. I don't remember exactly what I
No, tell us, please.
I have to check.
Like start off start off with like, hey, and then give them a compliment, or like bring up a similar interest, read their profile, bring up something similar, like, oh, I like guys too. Just kidding. Yeah, like you got to play to their interests, and like not play, like I'm not talking play around here, right. Like but like show them that you're interested and you're also interested in their interests. That's what they like.
I think I gotta lose weight first to feel good.
Always this.
No, lose weight first to feel good about myself, to feel like I'm not. It feels so weird talking to people.
Yeah,
because I'm like dating. I still feel connected to my ex. It's so weird. It's just a weird feeling, like not like connected at all, but it's just like talking to somebody else.
You keep saying weird shit.
It feels so off.
Well, get used to it because we're not going back.
Yeah, I'm not going back. But we're dieting. We're doing good with that.
Oh yeah,
well, yes, sure. Because honestly, I wouldn't wait, man. I wouldn't wait because like it might take a long time, and then you're just waiting and you're wasting your life. Find somebody who likes you now, and then they'll like you even more. Just kidding. No, but like find somebody who loves you for you. Like this is because like if they find somebody who likes you, you are not your weight. You know what? That does not define you.
That's right.
So find so don't stop dating. Find somebody who likes you. Forrest, I like you.
Okay.
Okay, so let's get into. I want to ask you guys a question.
Really? Okay.
A beautiful question. What is a movie or a TV show that you like that others dislike?
TV show.
Yes. So tell me something you like that others dislike.
Full House. Kills.
Full House is one of the biggest shows of all time.
Yeah, it's not TV.
It's a big movie, but
I hate.
Let's try.
Yeah, movies or TV shows.
Halloween Kills is for me. Everyone fucking hates that.
That's true. They do.
I love that movie though.
I did too. Because people, let's just talk about it for a second. But Halloween 2018, great movie.
Yeah.
But that was Laurie Strode's movie. Halloween Kills was all Michael's movie.
Like I know the story's stupid in that movie. I get it. But like if you're a fan of Michael Myers and like
it was mostly
the legend of him.
I just remember this one scene from Halloween Kills where the father knows Michael Myers is in this house, but he wants revenge. So he's like, I'm going to go in there and get him. And then the kid's like, take the gun. And he's like, no, you're going to need that. And he goes in barehanded and he gets killed right away. What the fuck, man?
But that was cool because it just really focused on Michael and the rage.
Mine is controversial because I enjoyed Rings of Power season 1.
Ooh,
most people
Rings of fucking power.
So the reason I can like it is because I don't take the world. You know how much I like Lord of the Rings.
You do.
I don't take the world that seriously. Where I don't hold Tolkien like he's Jesus, and I'm willing to accept adaptation. So like changes to like the canon. In the show, Gandalf arrives via a meteor. In the book, he arrives on boat, and it's very peaceful and calm, and it makes sense. So I get that change. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of dumb things in the show. I fully admit that. There's like the stuff with Dwarf is dumb. The stuff with Galadriel's not a good character. I really hope they improve on her in the second season. There's one thing though that I don't know if I'm gonna be like in season 2 because they're introducing a dark wizard. In Tolkien, there are no dark wizards except maybe you can say Saruman was. People were theorizing, this is not confirmed, that the blue wizards that went to the east, there's 2 of them, that they may have started their own like dark cults. We don't know shit all what happened to them. They just fucked off in the east. So that they're introducing that shit, I don't know how to feel about it. It seems weird, but that's my pick. Rings of Power. Most people hate that shit
it's
so
funny
bad.
Because I feel like they don't like it because they say it's too woke.
I don't think it's that woke, to be honest. Like I know woke content for sure. It's not that bad. I like it.
I know sometimes people say, "Oh, this is so woke," and like I get what they're saying, but you watch it and I'm like,
a lot of people can't get by the idea that there's different races in Lord of the Rings and in Rings of Power. But I don't. I guess it just doesn't bother me. I do get maybe just not being comfortable with things being different from what people are used to. There's a lot of arguments for it and against it, but it is what it is. I disagree.
Yeah, well, that's cool. Yeah. Because I remember you talking about Rings of Power, and for me, it's Jason X.
Jason X.
Oh, I love
Jason X. Most people think that's the worst fucking Friday the 13th Jason movie. I think it's so fucking fun.
He lands on Earth 2 at the end of the movie. What's Earth 2? That piques my interest. What the fuck is Earth 2?
Like, is that like?
Is that a different Earth?
Yeah, but maybe that's why, because he was in like
Earth 2. The fuck is wrong with them?
Because
but anyways,
I think you can still relate that to Freddy versus Jason because maybe that's why they weren't, because like, well, I don't know. I think they talk about it, but like he was fucked up in the ground, remember?
He was.
And like maybe that's when he crash landed and then he came back.
That's true.
But it's weird. He landed in another crystal lake.
what year was that? 2100?
Yeah, that's the thing, because if they were on a different Earth, maybe it's a different year for them.
I guess you're not don't miss to take the canon too seriously.
Well, yeah, it's a fucking front movie in space.
I don't think the creators
I love that
would.
movie. I think the Jason look is one of the best.
I love Uber Jason, which is what the silver Jason is called.
I wish we called it Mecha Jason growing up.
Mega Jason, yeah.
Not Mega. Mecha. Okay, I heard Mega. Yeah,
yeah.
Uber Jason sucks. Uber?
It does.
Like now that it's a fucking car thing, it just sounds shitty. Uber Jason sounds like an Uber driver.
It's interesting. He gets his brain, his like head blown off, and then it's recreated using those nanobots.
I want to watch this later.
So is it?
Actually, I'm going to watch
Is it Jason if his brain is gone?
I will watch this
Let's
later.
all
You want to watch the new scenes at first?
Scratch that. Rewind it. I will
You
watch.
went through like the stages in Greek.
You want to watch the new scenes, right? That's why you watch it?
I was just going to fucking say it. No, that's you.
The only thing
Yeah,
I
Brandon loved
remember
those
I only watched Legendary
from this
Jason on
movie
screen.
is the robot fighting and then getting her head off.
There's one
That's all I
scene that
remember.
really sucks. She like does a bunch of cartwheels and it's like sped up. You can just like tell it's sped up, and then it has like a standard fucking like studio fucking kick sound.
Really?
Yeah, and no, I love that
Uber
movie.
Jason looks badass. I'll bring it up.
One of the best kills in the series when he grabs that girl and her tits are kind of
slams
hanging
her
out,
face.
and he fucking puts her in the liquid nitrogen and then breaks her fucking face.
Oh yeah, that's one of the
Amazing
first
scene.
kills. Yeah, it's great.
And also, can you look at the regular Jason that's in Jason X, like before he transforms? Yeah, like look at him. That's a
that's a
fucking
great
sweet
Jason.
look.
He has that classic
One of the best
look.
looks.
Leatherface Jason, right?
Fantastic.
And he fucking
Almost a cross
it's
between
fucking-
Michael Myers a little bit because he almost looks like he has an overall.
and
I
that's the
love the
thing.
legend of this guy.
Is
Like
that
he's
people are just automatically get like, this is too goofy, this is too fucked. Suspend your disbelief a little bit and have fun, because if you do, this movie is so much fun.
Oh, didn't they in the beginning of the movie say he's wearing like a primitive form of protection for this sport called hockey, which we banned in 2024.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, the hockey is
I'll
banned in
cry.
Jason X. Can you imagine the death and like protests that would happen if all governments were like banning hockey?
Well, you know what?
It wouldn't be as bad as sports.
Patrick Liney's
or
been
soccer.
Patrick
Sorry, what was
Liney's
that?
been traded to the Montreal Canadiens, so it's probably going to end this year.
Yeah, because I can't believe, like, if you really think about it, it's crazy. He took down a ship. Like, he was taking down ships. Not only that, they were supposed to land at a colony, and their ship plowed through the top, destroying all the glass, killing, like,
Wow,
that has the
really?
deadliest body count. Like, you should write up Jason X body count, because
Probably
it would be, like, in the millions. Because the ship crashed and killed an entire colony.
Wonder who had the most body counts out of all the slashers.
It just sounds like they're fucking. It had to be Jason.
Yeah,
had to
like
be. After he killed that colony, that's insane.
Yeah, that's a
Like I said, like fucking thousands
So
of people.
technically, wait, how is this counted? 20,000 people.
okay. Well, he's gonna win.
So
Yeah, exactly.
and that's a non-count. So it's like counted where it's like you can't count them individually. They're on a ship, but 20,000 people. Because judging from, I'm assuming that estimation based on the size of the ship and all that. That's a lot of people.
It wasn't
lot
a
of
ship.
fucking people.
It was like they were going to
Kind
dock
of,
there.
yeah.
It was like a fucking colony. It was a fucking place in space that was like a space station, but it was where people lived. So it
I
was
gotta
like greenery and
rewatch.
shit. And it plowed through the top because he made it so it couldn't stop, and they blew up. I was like,
love
that's
that movie
fucking
too.
insane.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like Jason X.
They
I
don't.
love Jason going to space. It's such a crazy idea. And It's a lot of
Exactly.
fun.
If you guys dislike it because it's like, I hate, like, a lot of people are like that now. They're like, everything has to be accurate and real. And I'm like, you're losing already. That now movies aren't
You know
fun.
what? They say that Uber Jason got incinerated upon impact of Earth 2's atmosphere, but he can come back.
He always comes back.
I believe in
Oh,
him.
people say the
He's
same
like Deadpool.
shit about like fucking. Well, I deal with that a lot with The Walking Dead. When it was referencing the comics, it'd be like little changes here and there, and I'd be like, well, no, I would talk about the changes, and I was like, if I didn't like it, but most of the time I was like, you want to see it different, like you don't want to see the same fucking story. But you always get people bitching like, oh, they did this differently, they did this, and it's like, I don't know.
Also,
You know what's crazy?
he's gonna come back. Hold on, he's gonna come back in Jason X because when he crashed, they're like, "Hey, look, it's Shooting Star," and then he crashed, and then you're okay. So Chick-fil-A, right? Big. Stop reading. Chick-fil-A is a chicken company in the States. We don't have it here. I don't know if it's anywhere in Canada, but they are like one of the bigger fast food chains for chicken. Like people put like not KFC, KFC's bottom, but like Chick-fil-A and Popeyes are like for people.
Damn.
You know, it switches. But they're starting a streaming service.
Oh
Oh,
no.
I think I've heard of this.
Oh,
Like,
come
what?
on. That's not good.
Yeah, but what? What's going to be on it?
What is going to be on it?
Popeyes.
How are they going to get
No,
content?
it's Chick-fil-A, not Popeyes.
All the big companies have the content. What are they going to put on there? Like knock off Bambi live action horror movie?
Well, that's the thing. It's like, is it the company doing it, or is it like,
I think like an
is it like an
investor or something.
actual like Chick-fil-A? Like,
It's also there's also
Are they making their own content?
chicken content?
Yeah, that's what I'm supposed to like. Is it chicken content?
That is
If
all
it's just
chicken all the time.
Content, that'd be amazing.
It's gonna
What?
There are way
Honestly,
too
maybe.
many live action.
You know what, though?
What am I saying? Live service, whatever.
It'll fail because like
There's too
like,
many
I look
streaming
at so many
services.
other like even like AMC Plus. I know that they're doing whatever, but they just got a lot of Walking Dead shows on Netflix right now that just kind of came on Netflix.
What was it? I think
And
Paramount.
I'm like, that's what I mean. I think more people like if you're starting a new one now.
But like,
after
if
however
it's
many
just a
years, like,
marketing campaign, that's hilarious.
yeah.
Like, there was something that KFC did that was along these lines that I can't remember, but it was like a crazy fucking marketing campaign that they did, and it worked out really well.
You know what I miss because they don't do that a lot lately. When they would like when movies would promote themselves through like restaurants, like KFC or like Burger King. So I saw Beetlejuice was doing something with was that Domino's Pizza or something, but he had like this Beetlejuice pizza and it was like green dressing on it or something like that.
Really? Green dressing?
Yeah, and I'm like, you know what? I remember them doing that a lot with like Pokemon back in the day. I'm trying to think of other fucking movies. I know Star Wars had that a lot. Like Wendy's, you would go there and you would get like a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
I wish that they would do that more.
I wish that you know what's funny? Like if you watch movies in the 80s, like now ads in movies are a little bit hidden. In the 80s, they were right in your fucking face. Like
Yeah,
you would
they
see
were.
like fucking somebody like Michael J. Fox like strapping up his Nikes. Only Nikes. Strapping up his Nikes, and you would see them fucking drinking Pepsi like
as a kid,
blatantly.
I never understood it was advertising. I thought I saw it as, oh my God, I remember how happy I was when I first saw 7-Eleven in a fucking movie. I was just like, oh, it's right there. What is that?
What the fuck? I love that.
Oh, it was
I
cool.
know those.
Yeah, exactly. As a kid, it's just like, hey, that's a thing I went to.
I have to say
Because as Canadians, we don't get movies based on us ever. So as Americans, I'm sure everybody's used to it. Like, oh, it's New York. I live in New York. Who cares? But
There's some movies that were filmed here,
especially.
you can see. But
no, I was going to say, I have to say this just to document this for the pod for people in the future. The first time I ever saw somebody like smoking that was like a kid smoking was at a 7-Eleven. I was like 10, 11 years old and they must have been about 12, 13. And they were just like walking out there smoking. And I was just like thinking like, fuck, you're bad.
You're a bad kid. I know. You're dangerous.
Wow. I was like, that's so bad. Why are you doing that?
You're really bad.
why are you saying it like that? Wow, you're so bad.
That's
when you're a kid. You're like, you're dangerous. You're smoking. You're like, well, when you're a little kid, like 7 or 8, and you see someone smoking, you're just like,
If you were invisible for a day, what would you do?
One thing
Does
I want to
anybody have
mention
a
that
can answer that? Does anybody want to answer that?
I don't know, nothing. I guess I wouldn't steal.
I would fucking steal. I'm invisible.
but the problem is people are going to
steal.
see floating items. You're walking out of stores.
Yeah.
But they'd be scared. They're not gonna tackle me.
I don't
the
know.
one time you can get away with stealing and actually doing it.
Yeah.
What's up about human beings is like people will do shit like that. Like they won't do it because there's punishment and there's law and all that. But that's how you keep. That's literally the reason for law. Without law, like the world's fucked.
That is the that is the entire purpose of that Hollow Man movie from the early 2000s. The guy is like he's a normal guy. He's kind of like he is a little brash. He gets he becomes invisible. It fucks him up so much psychologically, the power dynamic, that he's a villain and he ends up murdering people.
I know, and he started off nice.
Pretty crazy. Yeah, he's really nice.
I mean, you would
normal
be a
scientist.
villain though. Like the power you would have over anyone.
It's that Batman quote.
Yeah,
You're a hero
I just
until
said I would steal.
So yeah, I just want to quickly. I had no idea this fucking guy was Carl Urban from the Boys. Are you shitting me? I had no idea.
No,
so
I would just like go in a room and hear if people are
crazy.
talking bad about me when I'm not there.
He was also the guy who played in the Doom movie.
Dune. So who was he in Dune? Was he in Dune? Doom. Oh, I didn't watch Dune.
Watch Doom.
With,
the first one's really
with
good.
The Rock.
The first one is super
you,
good.
You showed me a video game segment they had. It was pretty sweet.
Yeah, the first game is fun. It's a super fun movie.
I'm a nice guy. If I were invisible, I wouldn't do much. I would maybe go for a walk. If, like one day invisible, there's nothing I can do really. What the fuck am I gonna do?
Oh fuck! I'm going to a bank.
Yeah, you going for a bank? Going to a bank?
Going for a bank. I'm going to a bank, and I'm gonna wait until it's nighttime.
You know what? That would be hilarious. Like actually,
because I wouldn't set off the sensors.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I would when I move the bags, but yeah, like catch me if you can, bitch.
If you could teleport, if you had the ability to teleport wherever you wanted,
100%.
where are you going? What you doing?
I'm just teleporting right into the safe of the vault at the bank.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing money.
See, I would be too concerned with does this money, would it be tracked? What's going on with it? Is it what's the technicality with all that shit? I don't know. Things are different now.
Yeah, you would have to.
Well, I would go rob a bank in like Barbados.
Okay.
They're like not here.
I would just teleport around and see the Eiffel Tower, the Great Wall of China.
You want to get Eiffel
Like
Tower?
the Pyramid of Giza. Like I want to stand on
Great
top
Pyramids
of that.
Giza.
You know what? I would teleport inside the very dead center of it and see what's going on down
You know
there.
what? I'm not a good criminal, so I don't. I would have to like Google. Like Like, can I steal this shit? Like, is it gonna be
They'll
traced?
show up like, why were your fingerprints there? What the fuck happened?
I know.
Well, because like, what are you gonna do with the money after?
Everything.
Because like, if you're buying,
You'd have to
shit,
launder it.
people are
That's
gonna be like, where's
Breaking
that?
Bad.
Where's that money coming from?
Oh, you know what I would do? I would buy a lottery ticket, then I would rig the lottery. I'd make my balls flow up. Holy fuck! Yeah, I would make
That's
move
a
the
good
balls.
idea.
But yeah, no one will.
It's a great
no one would
idea.
know.
I don't know how I would do it, but I'd figure it out.
Has anyone ever won the lottery twice? Because it's gonna happen.
Well, I don't. If I got 70 million, I'm good.
Yeah.
That's what it's at right now. We buy lottery ticket.
Imagine if we actually fucking won that.
It's fucking annoying that the government
Totally sucks,
They fucking
motherfucker.
tax that shit, but like still
Not here.
millions.
No, they don't anymore.
Only
It's,
in the
uh,
States.
That's
Yeah.
good shit.
But it's weird. You have to answer a skill testing question, and like I know it sounds like if you get it wrong, you don't get your money. Like,
That's crazy.
You got to answer the skill testing question. No, but it's like they can't give you anything for free, so you have to do something.
Oh, is that yes? So that's
Like they
actually
make
to
you
do
do
with
it
the
at
Mr.
McDonald's too.
Is that
when you
because
win
of the
Monopoly.
Mr. Beast is in hot water because he apparently is doing illegal lotteries and there's some technicality with it, like you've got to have a free option. I don't understand all the details. Maybe that has something to do with it. Maybe that there's like some bullshit in the law.
I
that
don't know,
says
but
you
like
gotta do
here,
weird
yeah,
shit.
like if you win at McDonald's, you have to answer a skill testing question.
Yeah.
Because they can't give you something like money and shit for free.
I've always-
Can you change to the different? Nope.
I've always heard of that in terms of like gifting stuff or whatever. Like sometimes you might have
Oh,
to
yeah,
sell
that
it for $1 or something like that. Like if you're buying a house or anything, you have to like sell it for $1 or something. I don't know.
Picture. Anyways, the creator of Silent Hill, right?
Okay.
He was talking. He was like, "Ask me anything," right? But he really hates this one thing, and it's like
Okay.
he's wondering if like the people are wondering like if Pyramid Head like banged like these two nurses. So the
Okay.
guy asked the question seriously. He's like, "Yeah, you know, like we were all wondering like if this happened." And Ito Masahiro, the creator
Yeah.
of Silent Hill, is like this guy's hero. Was like he wrote like, "I hate this question. Do not play Silent Hill or Silent Hill 2 remake." It's
Wow,
like, never
really?
play it again.
Damn.
The guy's like, "No, Ito, please, I'm sorry." And then he's like, "Don't talk to me." I was like,
Damn.
"Holy fuck!"
Wow.
Wait, is this
Wait,
the,
is my mic still working? Hello. Wait.
is this the guy that made the original?
Yeah, the original.
I guess the remake
Can
has
you
his blessing.
imagine that? The
Wow,
creator,
man.
like
I
that's
don't know
like
how I would feel.
That's
Like,
like-
I ask a question and then he's like, "Don't ever." Like, imagine if Tolkien's like, "Don't watch Lord of the Rings." I'd be like,
Oh,
"The
like I was
fuck?"
like Hideo Kojima.
No.
If I asked him a question, he's one of my fucking heroes.
Imagine if he was like, "Don't play Metal Gear ever again."
Holy fuck, I'd be
fuck.
so sad.
That would be shocking. But at
Yeah.
the same time, that's a weird ass question to ask.
You're not a fan of me. I don't care what you say.
But also, it's
Yeah.
like, don't ever talk to me again.
Holy
My
fuck.
God.
Well, yeah, don't play
Brutal.
Silent Hill or Silent Hill 2 remake.
But when you think about it,
I know. Fuck, that's hilarious.
So you know what? Like a lot of factors could be at play. Maybe he's stressed out. Maybe he gets his question a lot.
I think he gets the question a lot and he hates it.
so he's an asshole now, I guess.
Well,
Maybe.
no,
Like,
I
I don't know,
don't
like,
know. I just
You
it's
got to
really
understand that
fucking funny.
he might be a little stressed out from.
But
you know
the
what I mean?
guy's
Like,
reply, no, he's like, "No, Sensei Ito, please, like, do
Yeah.
not, please, I'm so sorry." And then he just replies back, like, pretty much, "Fuck you."
Holy, what a
do you think
what a
that guy
fucker.
is actually gonna avoid Silent Hill now? Is he not a fan? Like, I don't know if I could be. Like, honestly, if Tolkien told me not to watch Lord of the Rings, if Peter Jackson told me to not watch Lord of the Rings,
I
I,
will
think I would stop. I'd be like, "Fuck this thing." Then.
Before we leave, I'll find it on my phone
Yeah.
because I found it on Twitter, and we'll put it up there. But okay, I don't know exactly, but I know he said, "Do not play Silent Hill or Silent Hill 2 remake." And then the next one was the guy just like, "No, Masahiro-san, please,
Yeah.
please, I didn't mean it. So I'm so sorry." It's like, oh my god, this is so sad. And the
I
creator's
know.
like, "Fuck you."
Thankfully, so far, any
it's a
celebrity
weird
I've
question.
met, it hasn't went bad. Where they've been like my hero, where I'm like gonna fucking
Oh,
destroy it after.
Well,
Yeah.
well, like if you talk to them online, they're probably going to be nice to you. And if
Like,
you meet them
imagine-
at a Comic-Con, if you meet somebody at a Comic-Con and they're a fucking asshole,
Or in a back
that's
alley.
fucking insane because like you have to pay. Okay, we went to Comic-Con
was that?
last year. It was $100 to meet anybody. That's fucked.
Yeah, it was like that. We went and met.
Somewhere 60, 50. 10.
Well, I met Carrie Fisher
They were like
however many years ago, and it was like that.
what the fuck is his name? Ivan Raimi?
No,
Oh,
Ted
Ted
Raimi.
Ted Raimi.
But there is an Ivan Raimi, I'm pretty sure.
Speaking of
Ted Raimi was $100.
What?
That's 100 years old.
100 to say hi to the fucker.
Just to say hi. Yeah, that's
We
a
also
little.
got
It was
autograph.
more for an autograph.
Really?
Yeah, it was 100 to meet
So if
them.
you think that's a lot, Mark Hamill's charging $700 for an autograph.
Yeah. Well,
$700. I think that's goddamn too much.
Oh, 100%.
Oh yeah, I don't.
That's
Way too much.
Okay,
Come on.
like that's like
I just feel scummy. I don't know.
That's
Like I'm only here
like
for money.
half of my check.
Comic-Con
Like-
used to be
Like that's
not a way to
half-
make money,
half
but like
of
a
2
way
weeks
to.
of work.
it's a way to engage with fans, initially anyways. I understand you want a little profit, but like, come on, it's not your job, bro.
No, 100%. I don't know. Like at that point, Mark Hamill makes residuals and he probably makes a lot of money. He's not hurting for money.
He doesn't need money. How old is he
and
now?
it's like,
it's
like not every fan can afford that shit. And you want to talk to the regular people, right?
Yeah, in these times too, where everything's fucking expensive. Like I understand if Mark was having financial troubles. I don't think he is. And $700 is fucking. Like, let me just say, if it was like an event for rich people, sure, they can fucking pay it. But like for us regular people, I will walk by and be like, fuck that. Like walking by and seeing him, like that was cool. Like we got to see Giancarlo.
That's enough for me.
Yeah, and we got
honestly, I should have just like did a fucking selfie like this, and that would have been enough for me.
Actually, we got close. We were in line for a little bit.
It's true.
Yeah, Ray Parker Jr.
Yeah, when I was at, I don't remember. I should look up to see.
You gotta be in here. We can't hear you.
I should look up to see where that was, but I went to a Saskatoon Comic-Con, and Carrie Fisher was there.
How much she charged?
I think it was like $50 to get a picture with her.
The picture.
And I have a picture with me, and like she was it's so fucking cool because she's holding my daughter Presley, and she's just like fucking obsessed.
She
with
was
Presley.
such a nice woman.
Like it was. I was sitting there, and I was standing kind of above her, and I was just like, "Holy fuck!" She's like,
I wish
playing
Carl,
with my daughter. Like, it's insane.
I know that photo is pretty cool.
And also, I saw. I think his name's Tom Felton. Is that his name?
You met Draco Malfoy?
I didn't meet him, but he was like right beside, so I saw him. Just like, fucking cool. I was that's fucking good. Draco Malfoy.
That's good enough. Like most people, you don't have to fucking talk to. Like you get to see him. Yeah. I met the Trailer Park Boys though, and that's a dream of mine come true. Yeah. Me and my mom would watch a lot of Trailer Park Boys together, and she was there, and I got to meet them with her. That was one of the best moments.
Like that's
man.
So like all three of them. There's three guys there. They were like, that's pretty cool. Like I would expect maybe one of them.
Exactly.
But no,
they were $100, and it was three of them. So
that's well worth it.
Yeah, and
I wish Carl Weathers showed up to that Comic-Con we went to because
what's happening to my voice.
Yeah,
was he supposed to go to that one?
He canceled at the very last minute for some reason.
And now he's dead. Murder. I don't know if anybody's talking about it. But okay, so have you ever heard of the Lonely Heart Killers? This is such a crazy story. So back, I can't remember, it was like the 50s. And have you ever heard of Truman Capote?
No.
He's a famous writer. He wrote, did I write down what he wrote? Can you look him up quick? Truman Capote. Oh wait, I think he wrote To Kill a Mockingbird, maybe? No, I think he had a hand in that, but he wrote Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Okay.
Very famous writer. He wrote Breakfast at Tiffany's. And he, don't look at it, you son of a bitch. And yeah, so there was this girl, Martha Beck.
Yeah.
And when they were 10 years old, they were both 10, I think. Her and Truman Capote ran away together one time. So that's just a cool story because one, she's Truman Capote. Wait, she is. One, she ran away with Truman Capote. But then she grew up, right? And she was kind of weird. Really kind of weird. So there was Martha Beck and Raymond Fernandez, and they were the Lonely Heart Killers. So what they would do is that Martha Beck was really jealous, but they had a scheme where Raymond would place an order, not an order, but like an ad in the paper. Okay. And it would be like, Lonely Hearts, like get a girl. Now he would invite them to live with him. And he would say Martha was his sister. Now Martha was extremely jealous.
Okay.
And she would say no sex. Don't fuck those bitches. Kind of thing. And the scheme was to bleed these women dry of their money. Okay. But Fernandez would end up fucking them, and Martha Beck would go into a rage and murder them.
Do we know this story? How long ago was this?
56.
Man, I swear we know this story.
Really?
We used to watch Deadly Woman all the time, and that name sounds so familiar.
Yeah.
There was a lot of stories like that.
So they killed like 20 people because they were traveling. I guess maybe not to live with that. I think they lived with the woman.
Okay.
So yeah, I think they lived with the woman, which is crazy because like somebody was like, I'm lonely, and then all of a sudden you're like, well, can I move my sister move in too? That's a little weird. I would not.
That's a very weird
I would not let somebody
situation.
else's fucking family member move in with me. 20 people across the country.
God.
They traveled across the country, and fucking Martha would fly into a rage and murder them because Raymond wouldn't stop fucking them.
Like at the fucking 17th victim, you think they would be like, okay, promise me this time, please.
I know. And you know what? I'm reading and I'm trying to remember from memory this fucking story. So if there's any details I fucked up, please. I think Raymond killed some as well, but I do know that happened. That Martha would see him fucking them and fly into a rage and kill them. Which them doing this, I can't believe they got away with 20 fucking people.
Yeah,
that's insane.
I know that's
an insane number.
That's crazy. I guess they did this for like a number of years. Like also across the fucking country,
and like they're heartless killers.
Oh yeah,
like insane.
I'm sure that was how it started. wanted, like the jealousy,
money.
and then eventually he just did it too, right?
Yeah, and I think there becomes like a sense of security once they get away with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. There's probably is like a strange mindset that you would get.
Like after, like I bet that she killed him, and then they were scared, and then they got rid of the body, and then once they did it and they were doing it again, I bet they just felt completely safe. Like they were just like,
it's a crazy
this is
thought,
easy.
like the Zodiac killer, right? It's like mystery, but he killed lots and lots of people, and then
They
he just
have
disappeared.
a big like lead to that they think it's this one guy.
But it's like you'll never really know. He's become a legend because of that.
I know, and it's still weird that it's like they highly believe it's this one guy, but there's also evidence that it's not him. So it's very strange. Like it's either that this guy was able to convince the police about evidence, or like have you seen the movie Zodiac?
When I was a kid.
Damn, you're really rimming that thing.
I had to fucking do a film study on that in university. It was fucking
off
annoying.
camera.
No, it was so annoying because I had to like.
Oh, that would suck all the fun out of the movie.
No, like
fun.
No, you know what happened? You know what I had to do? I had to write 10,000 words or something like that of an essay.
Really? 10,000.
No, yeah, I had to write 10,000 to write because it was like basically describing the scene where he's starting to realize that he's the Zodiac killer, or he could be. They're like in a room, and I had to describe that whole fucking scene, and it had to be 10,000 words. Fucking stupid.
Yeah, that one scene.
That was dumb. That was a good scene, but I'm like,
man, I can write forever.
Like he just wanted to be like,
but I feel like at some
everything
point
from like
you're
the
just
key
like,
moving and the meaning of it.
value
It was just
is
for me. I'm like, you're
way too
reading
much.
this, and I'm like, if I forget 2 words, are you gonna know? Probably.
It reminds me of the DB Cooper. Has like fucking hundreds of possible. Like there's like 20 people that fit the description and all the details very well.
Yeah.
But you don't know.
You know what people do? They cheat. So maybe you get close to whatever and you finish your essay, but then you change the letters to white and you just hold down the key. So then and you keep pressing space. So then it's just invisible, but it counts towards the word count. That's what you got to do, man. You got to be cheeky, sneaky. But was that in university?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Count the words.
I did a film studies course.
Honestly, you think like film studies course would be cool.
This teacher was very prestigious, like very.
Yeah, they're in their own asshole.
I watched a lot of Charlie Chaplin movies, a lot of stuff from back then, a lot of silent movies and 12 Angry Men and all that.
I understand fucking film history, but at the end of the day, like I know that it was like big for the time. Watch a Charlie Chaplin movie, like whatever. You know, silent movies. What the fuck? Why are we studying these? Like they're cool because like, but like especially old comedies from back then.
What's odd is like
they're not fucking funny.
What makes people think that some of the first movies were the best?
Exactly. That's we haven't even ironed out the kinks. Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh no, he wanted me to watch. It was so weird. It was all older movies. 12 Angry Men, which was like 50s. Zodiac Killer, and then Iron Man.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That was just the
raddest movie.
He just loved Robert Downey Jr. Zodiac.
Speaking of movies people should study, The Crow was remade recently, and it's absolute trash. I want to talk about some of the changes they made. I know a couple.
Okay.
So it came out. It's like it's lower than Borderlands. Borderlands had like fucking 7%.
Really? Wow.
So one big change, they made the wife of I think Eric Draven or whatever.
Eric Draven.
They made her not likable in a way that she's a potential murderer, but also Eric doesn't love her because he has moments of doubt because so she gets possessed by the devil and is very encouraged to murder someone, and Eric knows that she's possessed by the devil but doesn't love her now that he sees that her murdering this person. But it's like the entire point of you being the fucking crow is that this is like perfect love, right? It's like this is so bad, this tragedy that he was brought back and that's from the crow. So that's fucking weird. But not only that, there's this other character they introduce that is like a demon of some kind, like some kind of like fucking whatever. And they got a moment later on in the movie where they try to make the crow accept even more power. And it's just so weird. There's all these weird ass changes. The crow is apparently very not likable. There's no moment where he's like, remember that scene where he's trying to make the mother care about the daughter because like the mother's getting high upstairs or some shit? Yeah. No moment like that. There's no little kid that's like serving as like the audience sort of deal, right? Nothing.
That's crazy.
It's such a boring, terrible movie.
Well, I saw the way he
basically he has powers and everybody's an asshole.
Nobody understood, or the guys that made this did not understand the original at all. Like I was fully willing to like this.
It was adapted from a comic.
Yeah. And it's just really bad.
I saw the way he looked and I was like, he doesn't look badass. So
no, he needed the long hair.
Yeah.
He needed the long hair, the Eric Draven hair.
You know what?
Like, fuck. There's some parts that were taken. Like, that's the weird thing. I have no idea what they're doing, if they're adapting the comic or the movie, because like I don't think the first one was too close to what the comic was, because I know that there was some other shit that was supposed to be in there, like with some guy on a horse.
This goes beyond people just saying thing. Things shouldn't be remade, blah, 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 because it came out at fucking 7. What's the percentage here? Okay, it started at 7. It rose a little, 20%. Audience being 65 should tell you a lot. Audiences love most things. It's usually like 80%. 60% means this is a movie you should avoid. Some of the things people pointed out was the Crow always, whenever he entered, they're not seeing the table scene where everybody's gathered. He enters the room and says, anybody that wants to leave can leave. This guy doesn't do that. He's like, all right, you all fucking die. So, there's character, there's subtlety to the original Crow that
I know, and he had such a nuance, like where he jumped on the table.
I know that he's like looking around. It's fucking awesome.
Is there a scene in the original one where someone says like, come at me, Crow?
No.
Holy bro. Come at me, bro. Come at me, Crow.
Because I said that a lot as a kid, like, come at me, Crow. And
it's like Game of Thrones. Mad me, Crow.
I don't know. I said it a lot. I thought it was a fucking movie.
What is that?
Come at me, Crow. No, but there's like a cool part. Like there's a knife fight with the knife guy. He lights the fucking crow symbol. That was cool. Remember the fire?
Oh yeah, the alleyway scene with the guy that's like a knife expert is chucking knives at the crow. The crow is just taking it all. He's just laughing. He's having a great time, honestly.
I know.
He's laughing at the top of his lungs, just like I can't fucking die.
It's awesome.
So
Fuck,
cool.
man. Imagine if Brandon Lee was still around.
I know there'd be a sequel.
Like,
yeah,
man.
Unfortunate.
They did some creative editing because he not all of his scenes were shot. Just like Heath Ledger, they did creative editing with another double. But okay. So let's look at Jason X for 1 second on Rotten Tomatoes. I want to see because the audience score has got to be trash.
I feel like a part of it is there weren't many audience reviews when this movie was out.
You think they're reviewing it now?
I don't. What is it at?
Look at that. 20% critic, 29% audience. You guys are not fun.
I think, a part of it is like, okay, the people reviewing it now probably did not, they probably didn't watch Jason.
How many reviews is this?
50,000 plus.
Fuck, that's insane.
So people are watching it now and they don't understand Jason. This is probably why there's not a Jason remake yet. But there's a TV show that's going to do well.
I know, but it's a prequel. There's no Jason.
What do they do? Like, who's that going to appeal to?
Please learn your lesson.
That's going to appeal to Jay Bauman and that's it.
This happened to fucking, like I said to Christian, the original Friday the 13th TV show. Jason wasn't in it. It was a show and it was supposed to be like Friday the 13th. It only had the name. The show was, and it was a good show actually, but why the fuck is it named Friday the 13th?
Yeah.
And why is it supposed to be connected to this?
Bates Motel made sense. You had
the whole show. Right? Hold on. Let me finish. The whole Friday the 13th show was 3 people.
Okay.
And there was a store with haunted items.
Oh, yeah.
And they would get out or somebody would fucking steal one or they got to go get one. And I remember there was an episode where there was this car stereo.
Yeah.
And what it did was this racist had it and it had to do with some racist shit. And the guy would turn the radio and he would be back in like the 1920s where like black people were hated. Crazy. And he would join in like with the KKK and shit.
Wow.
And then I think something happens where they think he's black and they end up killing him the same way.
And this is a Jason show.
Yeah, it's a Friday the 13th show and it's about a haunted radio. That's haunted.
Fully, they just grabbed a script with the brand on it.
They just had the name. That was it. Yep. And it was made by Paramount and everything.
I never saw it.
It's a good show though, but it shouldn't have Friday the 13th. It should be completely different.
Yeah.
It should be
like Halloween 3.
I remember.
Oh, Halloween 3 is good though.
The guy who stars in the TV show, oddly enough, starred in Jason Goes to Hell.
Weird.
So what's with that weird fucking connection?
Some neat stuff.
That's some neat stuff.
Okay, what movie was that where Freddy's Claw comes out and drags Jason
Goes to Hell?
Jason Goes to Hell. That was the whole setup. And honestly,
it's supposed to prepare for Freddy vs. Jason.
That was where there was a second time that somebody played Freddy Krueger and it was just his hand and it was Kane Hodder.
Yeah, that's right.
It was Kane Hodder's hand.
He came back for the laugh.
You can tell though.
It's like I
think it was somebody else.
No, that was Robert Englund.
Yeah, that sounds like Robert Englund.
Oh, cool. Okay.
I thought it was somebody else.
I don't know.
It sounded a lot like.
It sounds a lot like Robert Englund.
It did, but it might have been somebody else because Robert wasn't on set.
You know what? I got to invest in fucking Jason trivia cards. We
can
do this.
Man, that'd be so fun. Holy fuck.
I'll fail all of them. But
Okay,
that
now
be
this
fun.
is going to be funny because there's 2 stories that is just idiocy. But okay, so when I was growing up, a stupid little kid, and honestly, I thought this way longer than I should have. Milan.
Okay.
You know the place?
Oh, no.
Milan. Milan. Where is it?
Milan. Oh, wait. Is there a soccer team? Or no, wasn't it Italy? Because didn't they have the Olympics there, I think?
Or what do you think?
Someplace in Europe. I don't know.
Oh wait, he's right. It was Italy. I thought it was China. I thought Milan was in China because
Mulan.
it sounded like Mulan.
I mean, when he said Milan, I was like, I know Mulan.
Yeah. I thought, what a weird fucking, like for the longest time, I always heard like fashion shows in Milan. And I was like, oh, they're going to China.
Yeah.
But it's because it sounded like Mulan in my dumb brain. And I thought that way too fucking long.
Yeah.
Like when I was in my 20s. I thought Milan was in China.
I mean, yeah. So your brain just kind of correlates certain things together, right? And it kind of makes sense.
Now I'm gonna embarrass my friend here. So one time when we were growing up, I went to his house and we were playing video games. But he decided, like, or maybe I did. We're like, let's drink some vodka. So we were like 16, maybe 7. Okay. So we're drinking, we're playing games, and we get hungry, right? And he loves this cereal. He loves this Special K fruit and yogurt. It's his favorite cereal. So he pours a bowl for him. He pours a bowl for me. And you know when some people get drunk and they get like sentimental.
Oh yeah, I've been through that.
So we're sitting there, we're eating this cereal, and he looks at me and he goes, Alexi, sometimes when I eat this cereal, it's like nothing else.
It's like nothing else matters.
It's like
Holy
nothing
fuck.
else matters. And I was like, okay.
You know what?
I was like, a cereal?
That's probably the best commercial they could ever make.
Two
Imagine
drunk,
that.
Oh yeah, two
Like,
drunk guys.
I would be like, huh, how good's the cereal?
like
If I saw that on TV, nothing else matters. You know what?
Nothing else matters. I was like,
What
oh,
was
okay,
it?
relax with the cereal, but he
Honestly, that'd be a fucking amazing commercial.
Yeah.
two drunk guys eating the cereal.
Like,
No,
if,
it's like-
and if you
or
ended
just
it
two
like
people.
It's down to earth and someone's like really enjoying it.
no, but if
No-
they were
no
very
flair, just
serious,
like-
I know you got scared there with this. You're like, oh, I can't do this.
no, like if they were really serious, like nothing else matters. Like,
Yeah,
they were
like imagine
very,
two
like-
people like eating
That's
cereal.
genuine.
and you're like, whoa.
Wait a
If
second.
the people would laugh about it, 'cause like, holy fuck, it's cereal. But people would want to like check out the cereal where
Yeah.
Honestly, I laughed so hard at him because of nothing.
Yeah.
I was like,
Bruh.
out of everything in the world, eating this cereal?
What kind of cereal was it?
Special K fruit and yogurt.
Okay. I just added to my
Yeah,
grocery list.
Now you got it. You know what? We sold cereal here. Sponsored by Special K, obviously. And
Wow, that's
Christian takes a
amazing.
bite later. It's like,
Oh my
to
god.
cap this
Yeah.
off, I had to tell you because I hyped it up. My ride home. So I was here Thursday,
Yeah.
and I was like, I was gonna hang out with you guys, but it was 9 o'clock. Well, I got here at like 8:45, and then you guys
Yes.
weren't awake by like 9:30.
Right.
So I was like, I don't want to wait anymore. So then I jumped in my car and I was heading home. Now, what I saw on this walk was insane. Okay,
Right.
so the first one.
New York City, baby.
The first one, and honestly, this was all within like a minute and a half to 2 minutes. I saw all this shit. So
Okay.
I'm driving, and next thing you know, I see a guy in nothing but a big, well, he's wearing a big fucking blue trench coat, open, in his tighty whities. No
What?
shirt, no pants, just big trench coat.
Was that Kramer?
He's wearing a hat. On the back of the trench coat, it says the mentally ill. I'm like, what the fuck is this? This guy's in
What?
his tidy whities in a fucking trench coat, and his his
That's
fucking
crazy.
trench
What
coat
is that?
says the mentally ill.
You always see the
I don't understand that.
I'm like,
It's wild.
that's not real. This doesn't happen in real life. What the fuck is
they
that?
gotta be filming something. Something has to be going
Yeah,
on there. That's
and
bizarre.
glasses, by the way. So glasses, fucking baseball cap, trench coat, tidy whities, the mentally ill on his back.
What the
Like he's
fuck?
just owning it. Like he's just
Yeah,
like,
I
I'm
guess.
fucked.
hilarious.
proud
That's
of it.
wild. What the fuck? I didn't know.
Okay,
that's what
so
it
then
was.
I'm driving a little bit further, and then I see a license plate that I have no idea how it passed.
Okay.
It said Blasian.
What
Whoa.
does that mean?
It's people who are black and Asian.
Okay.
It said
it's not-
Blasian. I have no idea if it's acceptable.
I don't like it's clearly it's probably talking about the driver, right? But that's a wild.
Like,
What if it's all an accident?
That's the thing is that I can't believe that passed. I can't believe they approved that license plate.
That's true.
Because
You
that's
gotta
very
walk it-
strange to me. Like I know that it's like it's a weird like well hold on, I don't want to say anything here, but it's honestly like a term that I didn't think would pass. Like it seems like a term that would be controversial.
I remember one time I wanted to get RNFNR as a thing.
I know, and they didn't let it.
And, well, no, they actually, I was like, is this fine? And she was like, well, you got to tell us what it means. And I was like,
You couldn't come up with
I probably could have came up with something.
like, well, my
but-
grandfather fought fought in the RN war. Fuck.
You should see my hair right away and be like, I know what that means.
Yeah, just say like you should have just said like it's all of my family's initials.
Oh yeah,
because you're F in there.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Like it's me and my brothers, my dad. But yeah, so I just can't believe that passed because it's a very odd term for like a specific race.
Yeah.
And like I thought it was a slang term. Like I don't think that's a real term.
I don't. It might catch
like I don't think like in a medical book they say that these people are Blasian.
Yeah.
No.
We might have to like bleep me saying this and write it.
We'll look it up and you might hear bleeps. You might be hearing that right now.
So then I drive a little bit farther. Okay, now there's construction. So there is pylons around me and there's pylons around the next lane. But in between us is a thin concrete barrier.
Yep.
Now there is a homeless man, backpack, hat, like fucking lumberjack jacket, pants, sprinting on it in between cars that are going 50. And he's like, it's very thin and like we're close to him. And he's standing on this fucking little piece of concrete, like this wide, sprinting, running as fast as he can. And one slip, one jump, he's fucking dead. And that's I wish you guys could have seen it. It was like Assassin's fucking Creed. This guy was running with insane precision.
That's a wild thing to see. I would want to slow down. So it's like it was like a boulevard kind of thing. It was like like this.
I wanted to get a video so bad too. I was like, can we please stop? Because it was fucking whatever you call it. What was it? It was construction. It was construction, So like there's a chance that we could have stopped. And I was like, I wanted a fucking video of this because this guy with extreme.
Why was he running? I got questions here.
I don't know. I think he wanted to challenge himself. But like if you fell.
I know. That's too risky. Like come on.
Fucking cool though.
Lumberjack jacket though?
Yeah, he was wearing a plaid fucking jacket.
I don't know why I expect him to wear like no pants from the earlier story. It's like
it was the mentally ill guy. Tidy whiteys.
What was going on this
bare
day?
feet, by the way. The guy with the mentally ill thing. Barefoot.
Oh, I remember that. One time someone was like on their, I don't know if they're on something though. And they kept flailing their arms everywhere. And they were just, the way they were walking, you're like, okay, I was in my car and they were kind of far away, but then they just kept like going like back and forth across the street and like slowly got close to my car and then just like walked right by the car. So I was parked and I was just like, holy shit. So I thought they were going to like flail their arms and hit my car. I was the scariest thing in the world. I was just sitting there. I was just like, oh fuck, what do I do?
Well, fuck. That was like I believe I told this, but I don't know if you guys were here, but I was leaving work and I had a long way to walk and I see this guy walking directly towards my car, hands both in his pocket, shaking. And I'm walking and I'm like, now I'm worried because I'm like, is this guy like trying to meet me at my car?
Yeah.
And his hands are in both his pockets. Like, what the fuck does he have in that pocket? A knife? So now I'm like I didn't see him till I was like halfway. So now I'm like, I don't think I could have opened the door in time at the school. So like if I ran, I was like, he could catch up to me and he could get me right in the back and I wouldn't be able to fight.
Yeah.
Right? So I was like, I guess I just go to my car. So I walk to my car and I'm, trying to look like I belong there, like don't look scared.
Yeah.
Just like tough it out, like be tough, like walk. So I'm walking and I'm tough face. And then I get to the car and I get my key in because I can't fucking unlock. That's the scary thing. It was like a horror movie because I can't unlock my car with the fob. It's fucking broken. So I have to put the key in. So then I put the key in, open the door, slam it, lock it. But he's still continuously walking to the car.
That's creepy.
And I start the car, back the fuck out of there. But I think he was just like really on drugs. But still, they're unpredictable at that point.
Like the city we live in.
Follows.
Exactly.
I know,
like
right?
shit. Like he's
like God's running.
He was so close to my car by the time I was leaving. Like he was gonna walk right into it. So I was like, fuck this. Like I was like, this is
like the
not
city
good.
we live in. Certain areas of it, like downtown. I remember standing at a bus stop and it's like, there's a lot of people there that are just on drugs. We got like a meth problem in the city. And I remember standing there and somebody like, I don't know, they're awkward as fuck. They walked really quickly right behind me and then stopped and just kind of stood there like this, but they weren't moving. They were a fucking statue. And so I'm just like, it's like the most awkward thing. It's, that something's weird going on.
Okay, so I was scrolling on YouTube Shorts and I came across a video. You remember at the end, spoilers. You remember at the end of Deadpool Wolverine when Wolverine shoots his claws into the machine and his shirt rips off and then he's like all fucking strong.
And Deadpool's like, whoa.
Yeah, so now
at Wolverine's abs.
For some reason, I guess it was like there was English writing, but there was so many Spanish people in the comments. Now I looked at the comments and I translated them.
It is some of the
in my
funny,
mind. No, there was like a button to translate, and
it is some of the funniest shit. So
and I couldn't believe. But don't look. Let me read it.
Okay, I'll let you read it.
I couldn't believe. Like, it was like everybody in Spanish is just closeted homosexual because I was like, what they were writing was so strange. And
it was turning a lot of people. So here's one of the first comments.
Here's one of these comments. So I'm scrolling and I'm like, oh, okay, translate from Spanish. Now it is, I bet that scene made you question the sexuality orientation of several men.
Yeah. Like, okay, what is that?
He's like, okay. I was
oh my God. That's wild.
Okay, so that's one that I translated. Now the second one, all of us men had 207 bones when we saw that scene.
That was a heart. Okay.
And I know that was a joke in the Deadpool movie, but I'm like, oh, but after I saw the last comment, I was like, okay.
See, I was inspired. I wasn't turned on. That's a different thing.
Yeah, so now it's
real.
No, can you wait? Can you do the other one that has that word? No, not that one. Not that one. The other one. Okay. So now I look and I see. I'm surprised that the old tasty guy gets tastier.
Whoa, that's some real
weird.
thirsty comment there.
Oh, fuck.
I'm like tasty, and then I'm like tasty twice.
Tastier.
Tasty twice.
Weird.
I'm like, I've never heard somebody describe it as that.
Yeah.
Now can you do the next one? So now I'm scrolling and I watch a couple, and then I do another one, and it's the real tasty old man. I'm like, why is everybody in Spanish thinking this guy's fucking tasty?
I don't understand that.
What is tasty coming from?
Look at this. 200 upvotes.
200 upvotes for the tasty old man.
God damn.
Should have been 207, but
yeah.
Okay, and now we got more. Then it's somebody responded to like one of the tasty guys, and he's like, I understand you. It's hard not to doubt your heterosexuality with scenes like that. Not to mention the close-up of the Calvarine's muscles. I'm like, this is just the gayest comment section of all time.
It really is. It's so funny.
Like, not only that, they're all straight men. They're mentioning it. There's heterosexuality.
Yeah.
There's one more, and now it's, I want to have Hugh Jackman's physical.
Yeah. Oh, his physical.
I want to have him physically.
You got to wonder what they were really trying to say in Spanish, because this is crazy.
Well, they really said they doubted their heterosexuality.
I mean, Deadpool certainly did.
Yeah, I have no idea. This turned the entire Spanish community to question their heterosexuality. Every Spanish person was in that comment section just horny for Hugh Jackman. Just foaming for Hugh Jackman. What he was sexy ripped. Fucking piece.
He was like really ripped.
I wasn't expecting him to be that ripped.
He wasn't ripped enough for me to question my heterosexuality.
Let's go around the room. But yeah, no, that is fucking wild. When you send me some of them,
he sent me the scene.
When you send me those hot scenes.
Well, he might comment.
I questioned my heterosexuality.
Find his comment.
Yo, you see, like one of them is John Otts. Whoa,
tasty.
Questioning heterosexuality.
Just
my tasty man.
Tastier got tastier. Yeah. Well, yeah, no, this has been a very hot and sweaty Empty Minds.
Holy fuck!
Episode 60.
Long day.
27 degrees Celsius.
I've been recording for like 9 hours.
Yeah,
9 hours.
I'm gonna sleep well.
We've been recording since 5:30, but we were down here setting up at like 2:30.
60. This
episode
is
60.
a good one.
The Empty Minds have made it to 60 episodes
Amazing.
concurrently.
Mm-hmm.
We did this in a row. Haven't missed a week. Haven't missed a Monday.
There was that one episode, Beanie, don't point that out, where we missed 1 week, but we made it up because we posted double, and that was because we did a special.
Oh, yes. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, we took a week off. That doesn't count.
Well, it's because we were going to have the special out then, but we realized, oh shit, this is a lot of work. So we're going to have to, but that's why end of July, we had 2 episodes out then. So
yeah, okay. Don't point that out. Like, honestly, we have done every Monday we said we're going to do.
Yeah.
And we told you guys we were going to take a break that week.
Promise.
We kind of did. We said the special was going to come out at one point, and then it came out later. Yeah. But no, we told you guys we were taking that week off. So every week that we said we're going to be here, and every week that we're here, okay? Fuck you. Okay, so thank you all for watching. As always, we are the Empty Minds, and as the Empty Minds, we are Budge.
We are John Odds and Film Tyrant on YouTube and on Twitch.
Movie Idol on YouTube.
Bobbity.
Oh, he said it.
Ooh. We also got Bobbity on Twitch.
Bobbity188, and whoever's watching knows where I'm from. Okay, so thank you. Hit it. Okay, now since the cameras are off, tell me, did you question your heterosexuality about how tasty Hugh Jackman was?
I just felt inspired. I don't know.
Yeah, you know, when I see a scene like that, I'm like, I gotta hit the gym. You know what?
You were inspired because you're like, if I was invisible for a day.
Yeah.
And please, you gotta do it this episode. You gotta make Hugh Jackman reacting to the Empty Minds, you son of a bitch. It has to happen.
I'll add a reminder, I'll do it.
I will make that into a clip. I will put that on TikTok. It will go viral famous as the Empty Minds. Hugh Jackman. Do you think Hugh Jackman would come do the podcast?
Yes, he would. We gotta trick him, that's all.